Interesting. Let's do these 2 more character stories real quick.
Halt! This is the encampment of House Wolfort.
Splendid. For it's Lord Wolfort himself that I came to see. Lead me to him, my good man.
Big words from a shady-looking fellow in that ridiculous garb. Be gone at once.
Ridiculous. Why, I'll have you know that these robes are a treasured relic of...
Did I ask about your robes? I said, be gone.
Wait, I say! Hold there! Lord Wolfort! Can you hear me?
What's all the commotion here?
This strange lad demands an audience with you, Lord Serenoa, and stubbornly refuses to leave.
The name's Narv. Grandson and last disciple of the Archmage Grandante. Here to offer my service.
Grandante?
The Archmage Grandante. Forgive me, but in all my years of studying the arcane arts, I've never once heard that name.
You haven't? Oh, I see. I suppose you won't have.
Ah, I'm sorry if I offended you.
You needn't apologize, miss. Let's start over, shall we? Let me show you just what the final disciple of the Archmage Grandante can do.
Impressive.
Incredible.
Well, what do you think?
I've never seen anything quite like it. Were you born with magic like this? Or perhaps...
My illustrious grandfather, the Archmage Grandante, that is, taught me all I know. Please, let me join your army. I'm most certain my sorcery could avail you to no end.
Why would you want to join their army?
This boy possesses remarkable talent. I must admit, he would make a formidable addition to our forces.
Thank you, Jila. Narv, I welcome you to House Wolfort.
Thank you, my
Having a
lord.
second mage is actually
my
really
magic will
good.
change the world. Just you wait and see.
Could have used you in a previous fight. Cast spells of every element. Change enemies' orientation with wind magic. Okay. And there's one more here. Whoever the fuck this is.
Hey, what's a child like you doing in such a lonely place?
Oh my god. Sorry, there was some like weird AT&T like
Nowhere else to go.
fighting game tournament for Street
Where are
Fighter
your
5 today. It
parents?
was just like a bunch of casual people
He
playing.
died years ago.
There's some pretty funny clips.
My lord,
Some pretty cringe ones, but some pretty funny ones.
My name is Serenoa. What's yours?
Picoletta.
Picoletta.
Picoletta. You throw that ball with such skill.
Because it's my job. When I throw this ball, everyone applauds. Well, they used to. But the circus is gone now, so I'm all on my own. What are you doing here, mister?
we are trying to put an end to this war.
I hate war. War made everyone go away. You're really gonna end the war? Then let me go with you. I can throw my ball and help you fight the bad people.
I'm assuming it's like a dancer class.
Oops. There goes my tummy grumbling again.
My lord, We cannot simply leave this poor child here.
I know. All right then, Piccoletta. Come with us.
But before we go fight the bad people, let us fill our bellies. After that, perhaps you could show us some tricks with your ball.
Sure thing. That's what I'm best at.
Piccoletta has joined your forces. An expert in offensive items. Increases the range of offensive items. Can summon a decoy of herself. So never using her. Gotcha. Makes sense. All right. Any side stories? Negativo. All right. So before we start this, I'm gonna go grab another drink. I will be right back. All right, here we go.
Your most honorable siblings, Lord Thalas and Lady Erica, have arrived, my lord.
Oh. Otto.
Thank you for the escort. You may go now.
If there is anything else that you require, anything at all, you need but say the word.
In that case, I would have a bottle of the realm's finest wine and a serving of fresh fruit delivered to my quarters.
But of course, milady, I shall have the servants fetch it at once.
Ever eager to please, isn't he?
I believe the word you're looking for is sycophant. Congratulations on bringing Glenbrook to its knees, brother. It's a thing of beauty, what you've accomplished. I trust you're already seeing to that fuss outside the castle walls?
Of course.
The other domains are putting up little in the way of resistance. Lord Telior trembles in his seat within the stronghold, and Lord Fawkes was oblivious to what was happening until it was far too late.
How easily the three high houses of Glenbrook break under your iron boot, brother.
Wolford is the last to hold out, but Avlora will deal with them. Prince Roland will be in our hands before long.
Speaking of royalty, brother, I would have thought Cordelia would be dead or rotting in jail. Yet here she sits on the throne. She looks less a vanquished princess and more a queen.
That is precisely what I would have her be.
Whatever
My
do
queen.
you mean?
Once things have calmed, I shall assume guardianship over her and have her crowned. A few days hence, Regna will be executed. I've already informed Patriat as much.
So the wise and benevolent King Regna meets his end at last.
God, the voice acting is so bad.
Father.
Oh, okay, it's not bad. It's like the direction that they put it in is terrible.
Please, can someone explain? What are we gonna do? Excuse me. Can you tell me what's happening?
Did I hear him wrong? I don't.
Subjects of Glenbrook, I am Gustadolf, Archduke and High Commander of the Grand Duchy of Esfrost. Hear my words. The sins King Regna has committed against us, and against you, his own people, are grievous indeed.
What has he done to us? What did he say? I don't believe it.
3 decades have passed since the end of the war. In the years since, we have all done what we can to rebuild our nations. The opening of the Grand Norzelian mines was to be the dawn of a new age. An age where our 3 nations would work together for the peace and prosperity of all. But King Regna spat in the face of that glorious dream. as our engineers worked tirelessly to put success within reach, your king
Yo, what up,
Ragnar
Dirty?
schemed in the shadows to seize control of the mine for his own profit. And when Dragan Esfrost, my dear cousin, and the man tasked with overseeing the mine's operations, became aware of this plot, King Regna had him assassinated in cold blood. In doing so, he betrayed not only my own nation
Tea and peanut
and
butter
the holy
sandwich time?
state of Highstate,
Nice.
but you, as
I actually started drinking tea.
the very people
Last
who
week?
were to share in the wealth the mine would
Bought
bring.
some Yorkshire tea. It's pretty good.
And so we were left with no choice
I've been
but
alright.
to march on
It's
Whitehall
been a rough 2
Castle
weeks.
and put an end to Regna's treachery by
But
force. Our actions were
things
born
should
of a
calm down
righteous
from now on.
duty to avenge Dragan's murder and this odious betrayal of this historic
and I have stuff to mess
accord
with over the
between our
weekend, which would be nice.
nations. What say you, King Regna?
Do a little
Do you
smithing,
deny these charges against you?
little gunsmithing.
I do not. But I beg of you, spare my children.
Yeah, IRL Tarkov.
Subjects of Glenbrook,
It's kind of
your
funny,
traitor king
like browsing the
admits his
sites
guilt before you.
and like picking out parts, because you're like, I recognize the
punishment
names
for
of these
these
parts.
is death. Off with his head.
Off with his head.
Roland, Cordelia, the future of our kingdom is in your hands.
Never own one. Yeah, it's something me and my my friends go and do on like Sundays. All his head be gone. Yeah, it's actually it's pretty
Just
fast how
days
you
after
can
the
pull some
fall
of them
the Crown
apart.
City, King Regna of Glenbrook is beheaded before his subjects. The death of this kind and benevolent monarch plunges the realm into confusion and chaos. With the king perishes an all too short-lived era of peace, and in its place, one of bloodshed and turmoil.
And very much like Tarkov, when you start getting into like all the different sites looking at parts and stuff, there's hundreds of different options and colors and builds, and like it's pretty wild. All right, ooh, a bunch of side stories. Nice. What was it? Oh, there's a ton of them. All right, let's start up here. About 3 hours of cutscenes.
Whatever is House Telior to do, with King Regna gone, we must find a way to preserve ourselves. Landroy, that proud fool, will no doubt fight to the bitter end. But House Fawkes alone is no match for the Grand Duchy. Yet if House Wolford were to fight at their side, they say Prince Roland is in Wolford's charge. If this is true, there's a good chance they will join the fray. Or will they? The Wolfords may choose to ransom the prince to Esfrost in return for amnesty for their own domain. If it comes to that, Esfrost will either kill the prince and princess, or use them as their pawns, and Glenbrook will fall. Bending the knee to Esfrost may be our only hope if we are to live to see tomorrow.
Okay, so Silvio is undecided. See what's going on in the capital.
would seem things have calmed outside the castle walls.
Oop.
What is to become of us now? Word has it the Kingsguard's been slaughtered to the last man. We must flee while we have our lives.
If they meant to kill ordinary folk like us, wouldn't they have done so already? Even as frosty dogs have some honor then. Who'd have thought? Anyway, there's no point fighting. What'll be, will be.
Our people seem less resentful of Esfrost than I would have expected. No doubt due to the Archduke's decision to focus their attack on the castle and leave the town itself unscathed. So, the common folk won't be a problem. That just leaves the matter of the royal family.
Who is this asshole?
His Grace and the Crown Prince have been dealt with, and Princess Cordelia has been brought to heel. Prince Roland is the only one unaccounted for, but the men I arranged for hunt him down.
Doug
as
from
we
accounting.
speak. Word has it there's also a sizable bounty on his head. No, he'll not last long. I knew Gustadolf to be a shrewd man, but his attention to detail is nothing short of astonishing.
Oh, what was that character in fucking Game of
I
Thrones?
have seen all I would. Let us return.
The shitty dude. They're all shitty. The guy who's like, was it Chaos is a Ladder? Whatever the fuck his name? Worm? Was it not Worm? Wormtongue is Lord of the Rings. I forget what that guy's name was.
Your Majesty, House Falks has failed you. I have failed you. High House, damn it all! When you needed us most, we were not there to answer the call. How did we not see what they were plotting? How did we not know to go to your aid? But no, cursing our fate will not bring you back to us. We must focus our efforts on the one who might yet save Glenbrook from downfall. We must protect Prince Roland with our lives.
I mean, as strong as a kingdom is, if it's like a kingdom that contains like 3 duchies, and all 3 duchies are like, nah, fuck you. Well, you don't really last very long. I know this from Crusader Kings. This is the first time we're seeing any
Minister Sorcerer.
Hazanti story.
What is it this time, Booker?
We've just received word that Esfrost has launched a surprise invasion of Glenbrook.
I was playing
Whitehall
Crusader
burns
Kings
as
early
we
today.
speak.
What's this?
The Crown City has fallen. King Regna was beheaded, and it is said Crown Prince Franny also perished in the fray. Prince Roland
that
has fled to
Paradox?
the domain of House
Vampire
Wolfforge
2?
with the Grand Duchy's army in close pursuit.
Goddess forbid.
It is. Ah,
What could the Archduke
that whole
be
game has
plotting?
been plagued from the
And what do
beginning.
the others think of the matter?
At any rate, I must speak with the Hierophant at once.
Minister, if I may assuage you,
Yeah, White Wolf makes the
I
tabletop.
propose that perhaps this situation
White Wolf makes a
may
lot of
yet play
tabletop
to
stuff.
House N's benefit.
Our benefit, you say? Indeed. Indeed. You may have the right of it. My dear Booker, whatever would House N do without you?
Send a bird to the palace. Tell them that the Holy One's faithful servant Sorsley would humbly beg an audience.
At once, Master.
So they're trying to line up with Frost. Okay. Wolford Streets. Main story. I would like to see, well,
Lord Serenoa, think
I kind of would like to see Paradox do like a Warhammer game. That'd be kind of fun.
It is good to be home.
Castle
Never gonna
Wolflord
happen,
is
but
the most impregnable stronghold in all the kingdom. You will be safe here, Your Highness.
Oh shit.
Thank you.
Drop my controller.
I can only hope Father and Sir Maxwell are safe as well.
One's definitely
Benedict,
dead.
there is news.
What's the matter, Benedict? You look as if you've seen a ghost.
Your Highness, my lord, pray try to remain calm. His Grace was beheaded at the Crown City not bells ago.
Father.
I mean,
No.
you kind of knew that was going to happen, bro.
Say it is not so.
Roland. I can only imagine what you're feeling now, Your Highness. But I fear we have not the luxury of grieving. As the last living heir to the throne, there is no doubt that the Archduke will target you next.
Indeed. We must move quickly. I would seek Father's counsel.
About Lord Simon.
Oh, he did.
What is it? Has something befallen Father?
And we've reached the beginning of Final Fantasy Tactics.
Father!
Lord Simon, what is the meaning of this?
He collapsed when he heard the news from the Crown City, and has not opened his eyes since.
You must be mad. The man was stronger than an ox.
We cannot afford to lose Lord Simon. Not now, of all times.
Father. Be strong, Father. This realm still needs you. I still need you, Father. Father.
Serenoa.
So much emotion in your voice, dude.
He will recover.
Crazy.
Our healers are doing everything they can, but none can say.
Very well.
Do not give up hope, Serenoa. The malady will not take your father easily.
Forgive me, Roland. I can only imagine what you feel now.
I must stay strong. I cannot allow Father's death to be in vain. You too must remain composed. For Lord Simon. And for those who now look to you for guidance in his stead.
I will try.
Pardon me, my lord. I come bearing a message.
From whom?
The scout we had sent in search of Sir Maxwell returned with this.
His hat and his mask.
Sir Maxwell's mask.
Reports have it that it was found near Whiteholm Bridge.
Blood. No. It cannot be.
The homie's definitely alive.
This mask was all that was found, you say?
The bridge was all but overflowing with the bodies of the fallen. It was not possible to ascertain all of their identities. And the swift course of the river thwarted any efforts to search further.
I see. Thank you for the report. Get some rest. You have earned it.
Yes, my lord.
Sir Maxwell, you too abandon me now?
It's kind of a fucked up thing to say about somebody.
At Gustadolf's command, Frost musters its forces at Whiteholm Castle and commences a march on the Wolfort domain. Their aim, to seize in their clutches Prince Roland, the unwilling heir to Glenbrook's throne.
Okay. Nope. So we're definitely gonna have a fight at our castle.
My lord, the Frostie army advances on us as we speak. A missive has arrived from Lord Gustadolf. It says they will stand down on the condition that we surrender Prince Roland to them at once.
We've not much time before they're on our doorstep, my lord.
Word has it that General Avlora herself heads the vanguard.
Oh, fuck her up.
Gustadolf's not taking any chances. The scheming bastard.
Summon the War Council at once. We must take swift action.
Ooh, are we gonna summon the scales?
You cannot be serious about this.
It's all right, Frederica.
Please continue, Benedict.
So whether or not we actually
Thank you.
give Roland over.
Once more, I would ask you plainly. Do we or don't we relinquish Prince Roland to Esfrost?
I say we refuse. We owe Sir Maxwell that much. Precisely. Sir Maxwell entrusted us with keeping His Highness safe, and we accepted.
There's no place in the realm more sheltered by the terrain than this castle. He is safer here than anywhere. And yet, if the Archduke were to march on us with an army as great as the one that took the Crown City, or, heaven forbid, a greater one,
the natural fortifications of this land would work against us. Our shelter would become our jail.
So you propose that we just abandon him? That we sacrifice his life for our own protection?
Better my life than any of yours. This is my battle. I would not see the blood of my friends spilt in my name.
See, Your Highness, that's where you're wrong. House Wolfort's the sword and shield of the crown. You go to battle, we go with you. So it's always been.
Enough! I will leave before I see your domain ravaged by fighting. It is the only way.
I necessarily think that's how that works.
This, yes?
I refuse to believe sacrificing any of us is the correct path.
My lord, we cannot allow war to come to the Wolfort domain. Your highest priority must be to your loyal subjects. You must decide.
Oh, shit. Oh, these are all essentially the same thing. Can I run a decision here and now? There must be some solution. As his vassal, I must fight, but as our lord, I must. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. We must fight, but yeah.
As his vassal, I must fight to protect the prince. But as their lord, I must ensure my people's safety.
I am sorry, Serenoa. Pray do what you feel is best for your house. I will find some way of helping my family.
Your mind is made up, then.
As the master of this domain, you and no other must decide how we proceed.
Summon the scales.
I understand that, Benedict. Prepare the scales of conviction. I would hear everyone's thoughts on the matter.
We're gonna fight. We're not gonna give up, Roland. Oh, there's a character story. Ooh, an apothecary. Gosh, another healer. Sweet.
It's an emergency. We have 2 patients. Both with extraordinary fevers. The Rosellan is unresponsive.
Well, I can't tend to both unless you can give me 2 more pairs of arms.
Let me help. I've just completed my training and I'll do whatever it takes to save them.